video for English method of pastry. So first of all, what we're going to do is make the base dough. So the base dough needs to be made and rested for half an hour before you laminate the dough. So it's very important that this is the first step. So you will need a sieve, half a sheet of paper, a scraper, and your ingredients weighed out. So it's strong flour, it's cake margarine, salt, cold water, some lemon juice, and your laminating fat ready weighed out. So first step is to sieve the flour, just to remove any impurities. Place the flour back into the bowl. Then take your cake margarine, break it into small cubes, and use the rubbing in method to make a breadcrumb texture. So just pushing the fat through your fingers with the flour to coat the gluten strands. So you want to do this until you achieve a sandy, light coloured texture and all the fat has been rubbed through and there's no visible large lumps. So lifting the flour and pushing it through your fingers. So when you have achieved a sandy texture and there are no lumps of fat left in the mix, you want to make a well in the centre to add your flour, your salt and your lemon juice into. So we're just going to put a dash of lemon juice into the water and then the salt. Just give it a little mix around and then I'm going to pour it straight into the middle and I'm going to use my scraper to form a dough. So add in the water, turn the bowl around and mix to form a dough. Okay, so when you have your dough together, you can bring it out onto the table and just work it into a smooth ball. You shouldn't need to add any flour onto the table at this point. The dough will be a little bit sticky, but that is completely normal. That is how it should be. So once you have a clear dough, you can then pop it back into your piece of paper and allow it to rest in the fridge for half an hour. Then we will add the laminating fat into the dough. Wrap it up so it doesn't form a skin in the fridge, and then you can use a pen on top just to put your initials so you can identify that it's yours, and then just pop it into the fridge for half an hour. I suggest set a timer on your phone for your half an hour rest time. So now after your dough has rested for about half an hour, what you can do is you can take it out with the paper, but don't throw that paper away because you're going to use that again. So as you can see, it's nice and soft, okay, and it kind of bounces back a little bit and it's nice and sort of pliable now, so that tells me that it's ready to roll. So I'm going to just dust my table with some strong flour. So always use the same flour for dusting as what you've used for inside the product. And I'm just going to smooth this into a nice round ball shape. I'm just using my hands just to make it nice and smooth and just shape it into a ball. A bit more flour on the table. And what I'm aiming to do is to roll this into a rectangle. Okay, almost as long as my table. Okay, so this will take a little bit of effort to roll it out. So it might take you about 5 minutes to do this part here. So it will want to spring back, but as you persist, it will get longer. So if it's sticking, just add some flour but not too much. You don't want to dry the dough out. So as you can see, it's starting to hold its shape now a little bit better, and it's getting longer. We've achieved a nice rectangular shape. What you then can do is we need to cover 3/4 of the dough with the laminating fat. So to mark 3/4, what we can do is just measure it up by eye. So we're going to go like this. Okay, so that's probably about even. So when I open this up now, I know, so this line here is where I'm covering with the laminating fat. So I'm just going to just do a little indent with my fingers, and this area here I'm going to just manipulate and squash the fat over the dough. Okay, so once you have added the fat over 3/4 of the dough, just use your finger just to smooth it down to make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, and make sure it's not coming over the edges. So nice and even all the way across. So then what you can do, you can fold it into 3. So the top empty part comes over, and just make sure that you're lining up the dough on the top so it's nice and even. And then this part here, then lifting up to go onto the top here. And then what you will have is, you will have dough, fat, dough, fat, dough. So you'll have your layers. Then you can just add a little bit of flour onto your table for dusting. Pop the pastry down. I always advise to keep the fold on the same side. So keep it on the right hand side for rolling. Dust the top with some flour, and then we're going to roll it out to about the same size as we had for your dough originally. So keeping it nice and even. A little bit more flour on top. Make sure it's not sticking on the table. So if you feel that it's sticking, just add a little bit more flour, but you don't want to put too much because you don't want to dry it out. You want to keep it as rectangular as possible. I'm just going to go a little bit this way. Like that. A little bit more here. It's nice and even. So next, what I need to do is I need to fold this back into 3. I'm going to just dust off any excess flour, so you can use your hand or you can use a pastry brush. I'm going to bring this down over 1/3, use my hand to brush off any flour, and I'm going to pick up the bottom one to match it up to here. Okay. Then I'm going to turn the pastry 90 degrees, again with the fold on the right hand side, and I'm going to roll it again. So the first instance I've done a half turn, and now I'm doing another half turn. So that is 2 half turns in total. So I'm rolling it out to the same length and width, and then I will fold it up again. So the second time that you're rolling for your half turn, it might become a little bit tough. Okay, so you just have to be patient with it. when you've got your original shape again, so a nice rectangle, you can then do the same process. So, third of the way down, and then the bottom piece over. So that's 2 half turns that I've done there. So I'm going to pop this into my paper, and I'm going to put 2 finger marks in there just to indicate I've rolled it out once, I've folded it up, I've turned it round, I've rolled it out twice, I've folded it up and I've turned it round. So I'm going to pop that in the fridge to rest for half an hour. So what I advise doing is taking a pen, making a note of the time, and then putting the time that you need to bring it out, so half an hour from now. Okay, so just make a note or set a timer on your phone, leave it in the fridge, bring it out and do another 2 half turns. So puff pastry for the next 2 turns. So you've taken this from the fridge, you have given it 2 half turns already. So now I will show you how to do the next 2 half turns. Remember when you remove it from the fridge to have the fold on the right hand side. There's 2 fingerprints here, so that indicates I've done 2 half turns. So what I'm going to do is put my flour on my table and some flour on the top, and I'm going to roll it into a rectangle shape. So if it comes out of shape, you can just manipulate it with your hands to get the rectangle that you need. Just bring the first third down. Push the sides out so it's nice and equal. And then bring the bottom part over. Okay, so that's our 3rd half turn. So turn it round 90 degrees to the right, fold on the right hand side. I'm going to repeat that process to give me the 4th half turn. So I'm going to roll it again to the rectangle shape, then I'm going to fold it up and put it in the fridge to rest for another half an hour. Then I will do the same process again and it will be ready to use after that. Your final double turn for your puff pastry. So as you can see, I've got 4 finger marks in there, so that indicates that I've done 4 half turns. So I'm going to do a further 2. So I'm going to just on my table and on top of my pastry, I'm going to roll into a rectangle. So once you have a rectangle, you can bring it down a third of the way, dust off any flour, bring up the bottom, lift it up, and dust my table again, dust the top of my pastry, and I'm going to roll it again and then fold it up for my final half turn. So that's number 5, and this is number 6. Take the top down and the bottom up, and that is our 6 half turns completed. So wrap it in the paper, let it rest before rolling for about half an hour and use as required.